Hello YouTube, what is up? Connor Brooks here with another video for you. Today I have a real treat for you guys because this is the first locomotive that I have ever bought that did not have sound or DCC in it. This was a DCC ready Athearn RTR SW1500 RF&P number 2 with installed TCS WOWDiesel by Scale Sound Systems, and it is absolutely fantastic. And looking around on YouTube, there's not that many reviews of this, and there's even less reviews of this with sound. So just to put it out there, this is going to be a review of the locomotive, not a review of TCS WOWDiesel. Of course, you're going to hear that in the sounds that I have selected, but I'm not going to be going in depth with the decoder itself. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get started right now with the box. So, as you can see, this is definitely an old Athearn ready-to-roll box with the nice star that says DCC Quick Plug Equipped. This locomotive was equipped with a stock Athearn board with a 9-pin plug and a 21-pin plug. So, they make it very easy for you to just be able to remove the couplers, take the shell off, and plug something right on in. So yeah, nothing over here. As you can see, this is definitely an old box. RF&P number 2, SW1500, and it looks brand new. Whoever owned this must not have ran it very much or at all, because it looks absolutely fantastic. And with the added sound, it's almost like it's brand new. Inside the box, the plastic has started to become not clear and turn more of a yellow color. That is just because of the age, of course. Has not affected the locomotive itself, and of course, if this was a new one, which they have made new ones. I think they have a new Amtrak one, a re-release, and Norfolk Southern River Street Rambler. I think they came out recent. This one specifically, I think, came out in 2008 or 2009, but this would be clear, and you open it up just like any other locomotive. Pop it on out, and voila. Inside the box, you're going to get your exploded parts diagram and your sign up for Athearn News, but this is kind of old because it says copyright 2009, so that's not really what I need. But this is always important, exploded parts diagram. If you so want, you can pause the video and look at that, but you can find these online. There are websites that have PDFs of these uploaded. But yeah, it's for a you'll see. I don't know if you can tell because there aren't that many, detailed parts here, as you can see. But on the locomotive itself, it looks like a very detailed model, minus not having treaded walkways. But they make upgrade kits for these locomotives, and I found that out because I wanted to buy an EMD CF7. But that does not work with the time period of my layout. So, with that said, let's take a look at her, and here she is in all her pride and glory. Drum roll, please. The RF&P SW1500 Athearn ready to roll. I've already done some custom updating to this locomotive. It had a stock single chime horn that was mounted on a mount right here. I upgraded it to a Leslie RS3L 3 chime. All of the chimes are facing forward, so what I decided to do was take the old horn, put it on the back, so it would be a backup horn, and when I get to the sounds, I'll show you something really cool that I did. I'm actually planning on removing that and adding a Hancock air whistle, just because this decoder comes with it, and I very much like the sounds of that. But we'll get to that later. Starting on the front of the locomotive, there's Athearn coupler, there are MU hoses, there is a coupler cut lever that I do not think is movable. There is, whoops, definitely just like, gross. I hit my layout and some grass dropped off. But anyway, sorry, got a little distracted there. There is a place for the crew to stand since this is a switcher locomotive. Handrails, kind of flimsy, but they are nice and stuck in there. There is the front grille. The detail kit, you can remove this, add a fan, and it can be see-through with what they have, just like the see-through fan grill up here. So that's pretty cool. You can also add the treaded walkways, which you can see there are none. Also, very cute little number boards. They do not light up though. Moving on to the side, there is the sand filler hatch. There is a bunch of decals that you can read. They are very readable, like this here. I couldn't read it, but with the camera, you can see, I think it says danger volts or something like that. There is a bell, and then a specific RF&P exhaust. I don't really know what you would call those, but they are round, unlike most that are just the regular. And I think the only other one that comes with this is SU. So yeah, if you want the RF&P, try to find the RF&P. I've been looking for this for about a year now. I lost one, and this one came up 2 days later, so I jumped at it. If you just look on eBay for RTR SW1500s, they come and go. There's always going to be at least one on there that is new. And if you can find it for buy it now, I would suggest that, because sometimes these bids go up very high. I saw an SP one that went up to $255. So, yeah. Anyway, continuing on, we can look at the roof detail. There isn't very much, but, you know, it does the trick, I guess. I'm going to wipe the rest of the grass off my arm that I decided to hit, which was a very smart idea, by the way. I love that. Moving on to the back, there is the rear of the SW1500. Same stuff here. There's steps, which are not see-through, but there are decals on them. I think it says safety first always. Now the steps leading up to the cab, I don't know if you can tell, but they are see-through, and there you go. They are see-through, and they're very nice. And one other thing that is special about this locomotive that I really like, that I do not have in any other locomotive, is a fully detailed cab interior. When I say fully detailed, I mean fully detailed. There's the seat. It even has the levers and everything. And Scale Sound Systems just did an amazing job with this. Right under here is a Keep Alive, which he added, and you can't tell it because he put it under the detailed cab. So it was a very cool design. He has an entire document on his website if you want to add sound yourself and how he does it. Highly recommend Scale Sound Systems, by the way, and fast turnaround. I think I got this. I sent it out, and less than a week later, it was already in the mail back to me. Let's go ahead and look at truck detail. SW1500 trucks aren't very detailed, but I will say this is not plastic. This is metal. So that is very cool. Most of my locomotives that I have are plastic, and then there's like a metal box inside, but this is a full metal thing. Fuel tank, sorry, not thing. I need to be professional in these. On this side, there really is nothing different, except there are some grab irons on this side to walk up that are not on this side, as you can see. So there are some grab irons over there, but other than that, everything else is the exact same. So let's go ahead and get into the sounds just so you can hear. Like I said, this is not a review of the decoder. This is a review of the locomotive. It just happens to have sound inside of it. So when you apply the track power, the headlight is going to immediately come on. Hopefully the horn does not sound when I turn the bell on. But yeah, and the startup sequence also comes on. By the way, he programmed this to where it works kind of like an ESU, where 8 is off and on. But just the way that I guess it works out, I turn it on and the sounds come on, which I actually like a lot better. So yeah, let's get into it. Oh wait, we don't want the headlight. Now it's started. As you can tell, that is a very long startup sequence. I was a little scared when I first turned it on because I did not know how long that was going to be, but it is now on. So F0 is the headlight. As you can see, it is a nice bright LED. I paid for the LED conversions, so they will last me a long time. They are not as bright in real life as they are in the picture or in the video, but they're very nice. So the bell. Oh, by the way, I don't know what the default sounds of this decoder are. I have already changed them for my personal preference with the RS3L horn, and the reverse horn is the GE80 toner, which I will show you. So bell is F1. F2 is longhorn. F3 is shorthorn. Now, normally F4 would be a pre-recorded quill horn that goes through the entire grade crossing sequence, and it was custom for whenever they recorded it. Since there is audio assist that very much easily allows you to map sounds, I mapped F4 and 5 to long, reverse horn, and short horn. So, F4 and F5. So, when it is in reverse, I have two different horns, and I think that is actually really cool and fun. Now, since this is a TCS decoder, F7 is brake set, and I have it programmed for F9 for brake release, so I just pushed F7, F9. You hear the brake release. Let's go ahead and move these a couple speed steps. Speed step 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And let's go to 6 because I don't like odd numbers. So I'm going to set it to 0, and as you can see, there is a little bit of momentum. You don't have to set the brakes for this thing to stop. Unlike my steam train that has TCS, it almost seems like you have to set the brakes because the momentum is set so high. So, reverse, and there's the reverse light. I never showed you that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will demonstrate the brakes for you. So I'm not going to turn down this, so I'm going to push F7. So then you can put it to forward. I'll let everything settle down. And then F9. Release the brakes, and away it goes. Also, just for the purposes of hearing what the Hancock air whistle sounds like, I do have the short version set to F6. So that's that. But like I said, I think I'm going to replace it just because I think the air whistle is very cool and different, and none of my other trains would have that. So, yeah, that is, let's see if there is a shutdown sequence. I don't think there is.
Night mode active.
Oh, there is. So, yep. As you can see, as I was hitting F8, it did say light mode. You can turn it in and out of light and sound mode, but I don't have anything set for that. So if you push F8 4 times, it does go into audio assist, and audio assist is very helpful if you do not have any, if you don't want to deal with CVs, which mapping the sounds was a lot easier with it just telling me and it doing it than me having to go through it. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up this review of the Athearn Ready to Roll SW1500 with installed TCS WOWDiesel, installed by Scale Sound Systems. You should totally check him out. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, go check out some of my other videos. I personally think that they are awesome. and that is a totally biased opinion, but you can go see for yourself. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much again for choosing my channel, watching my videos. Have a great day. Bye-bye.